Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome, friends. Today I have a very special author to introduce you to. This is Stephanie Betts Coleman. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hey, I'm well, thank you. And you?
I'm also well, and I'm feeling in a really good mood because I just read your story and it was just so much fun.
Oh, good. That's
Yes,
what I was
I
going for, fun.
yes, and kids and parents are going to enjoy this book. Stephanie, would you please share the title of your book?
Yes, the title of my book is Go to Bed, Fred.
Yes. So please share what inspired you to write this book.
Well, truthfully, I was inspired by my children's wonderful, amazing imaginations. They're grown-up people now, but all through their growing up, we created the most amazing adventures. I have a son and a daughter, and we often made our own pirate adventures or cowboys and Indians adventures or castles and dragons, and we didn't require anything more than our imaginations and lots of props. And I also gave consideration to the children who think differently. My daughter's dyslexic, and often she would come up with ideas that people gave her strange glances about. And after I got her tested, I discovered that she wasn't crazy, that she thinks differently than other people. And so we enjoy, even now, creating wonderful adventures and stories for each other.
Oh, I love that. I can see the fun in the book and can only imagine what your household was like with your children when they were growing up. Stephanie, yeah, please share what the book is about and who it's for.
Sure. Go to Bed Fred is about a little boy who is so caught up in achieving and really completing an assignment, so caught up in his imagination that he absolutely refuses to go to bed. We all have those kids, and we've all had those points in our lives where we have something in our mind that so compels us to stay awake and get it complete or done that we cannot sleep. And with children, I find it's more about if I go to sleep, I might miss something.
Mhm.
So Fred refuses to go to bed, and his parents remind him that there has to be a balance between the things that he's thinking, the things that he imagines, and resting so that he can do those things.
Yes. Well, you did that so beautifully because it's not the parents overpowering the story. It's this fun story about Fred. And then I love that one liner that the parents share. Can you share it?
I absolutely arrested mind. Oh my gosh. It is oh gosh, I've forgotten it just because you've asked.
Yes,
Um,
no problem. Uh, Children need their rest.
yes, arrested mind works best.
Yes, I love
And
that.
I think it's also a message to parents because quite often parents, especially parents who have children, find themselves torn between working and taking care of their parents and all the other duties that go with parenthood, and we become insomniacs. And I think even adults need to be reminded that you have to find that balance between the things that you must do, the things you enjoy doing, and the rest that's required to make sure that you can get them done. So I think it's
That's
for
perfect.
parents and children.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, okay, well, let me just take a moment here and let you know that this book is available today on Amazon. So make sure to go there. You're going to enjoy it. The children in your life are going to enjoy it. And if you have a child that's going through this, they don't want to go to bed, then this is perfect. Read them this fun story. They're going to love it. Go to Bed Fred on Amazon. It's there as a paperback, a hardcover, and also ebook format. So, Stephanie, I'd like to shift a little bit into your journey into becoming an author. Can
Mhm.
you, first of all, how long have you had this dream of being an author for?
It's interesting. When I was a youngster, I wrote everything everywhere. I love to write, but I never considered doing anything with it. Mostly I gave oral presentations to friends, family, neighborhood kids, and they seemed to enjoy it, but it never occurred to me to put it on
Mhm.
paper and publish it. And then my daughter had a project that she was working on, and I helped her with her project. And she said, Mom, you should write about this. And I said, Why? And she said, because you really tell great stories. And I think that people would like your stories. And so that began the journey. I started writing the stories down. They're everywhere, they're on paper. But the push to publish, again, really came from my family. I have a very supportive family. I love them dearly. And my very supportive husband said, it's time. It's time.
Mm,
Why don't you put this out there? So I guess the thought of publishing for about 2 years, um, but having no concept of how, where to go, or what to do was a big roadblock because
mm,
you can know you want a thing, but if you have no idea how to go about getting that thing done, you begin to doubt that you should do it. Um,
yeah.
then I met Miriam Laundry Publishing. The Niagara conference was the convincer. It was the clincher. Miriam Laundry was so supportive, so encouraging. Um, the interviews sessions or listening to the interviews with Jack Canfield, wonderful. Just keep telling us you can do this, you can do this, remove all your doubts, look at the things that are standing in your way and consider how you can move them out of your way, and then just do it. Nike swoosh, just do it.
Yes. Oh, well, good. It sometimes it takes a little bit of village for encouragement, right? I'm so glad your husband encouraged you and said it's time. And here you are now celebrating your first book. And we know that whenever we go for something new, such as
Mhm.
publishing a children's book, it comes with lessons and with challenges. Let's talk about that. What would you say was the biggest challenge for you when writing the book?
Ooh, I there wasn't much of a challenge in the writing itself, um, because that to me was the easy part. As I said, they were all over the house and papers and books, and the biggest challenge was knowing that I could actually get it published. The writing itself, I guess it's something that I've always done, so it wasn't
Yes.
difficult.
Okay.
Um, I'm a retired English teacher, so even the thought of, oh my gosh, you might have left out a comma or period, that wasn't the difficulty.
Right.
Um, Really, just the idea that I could put it on paper that people would want to hear. That was the biggest
Yes.
challenge. Or as
Okay.
my daughter said, you have to get over yourself, Mom. You can do this.
Yes. Okay. That's good. I think this is good for our authors, aspiring authors who are watching to hear. What about lessons? What was the biggest lesson throughout the publishing process?
Oh, now that was interesting. When you write things down and you think to yourself, okay, now I want to put it out there. Again, I started from no experience, very little knowledge of what publishing was about. So I did learn very big lessons in organization.
Hmm.
One of the best things about Miriam Laundry Publishing is that you go step by step. You have the support from the team and you have the support from other authors who you can ask questions of. I found that very helpful. I also found it very helpful that um, if I missed a step, there were always people there to go back and say, listen, did you remember to do this? Did you remember that step? The editing, I loved editing with Sharon. She was just great. She said, well, okay, you don't leave me very much to do. However, I've got these suggestions. But most importantly, I had the best author advisor person
Coach. Yeah.
in the
Your
yeah,
author
my
coach.
author coach was Sylvia Morrison, and
Mm.
she wouldn't let me give up. I was sick for a lot of the process in the beginning. I had a heart attack and I had some
Oh,
illnesses that
wow.
accompanied that heart attack. And so once I was in recovery, and there were days when really simply I could not sit up at a computer and get it done, my dreams started to fritter away. I began to think, this isn't going to get done. And Sylvia or someone from the team was always contacting me, calling me. How are you feeling? You can do this. At the first minute that you can sit up at a computer, get back to work. So they would not let me let Fred lie dormant. They insisted
Mm.
And that insistence really, really helped me to push through. Publishing itself is very complicated, but not with the help of a hybrid publisher. And I strongly suggest, I don't work for them. I'm giving you good advice. I strongly suggest Miriam Laundry. There's a lot of hand holding, and yet
Mm.
the team does not take over your project. And that's very important to me because this is something that I felt strongly about, something that I'd created. And I didn't want someone to dominate it and say, well, we're just going to take this and do this with it. And I found that the team was extraordinarily helpful in telling me the things that sounded good from their experience. They were able to tell me the correct steps, and they were able to tell me how things worked better than the way I had it there. But I had the option at all times of going, no, this is how I want it. And they respected that. And that's a wonderful thing. Uh,
Yes.
it's really amazing.
Yes.
It's really amazing. And the course, oh my gosh, the course was just perfect from soup to nuts. You learn everything from beginning to end in terms of how to publish your book so that if you want, you can go out on your own if you have that confidence. But you can't blame Miriam Laundry Publishing if you are A, not ready, or if you are B, unwilling, because they teach you everything in order to make this happen. I felt confident with the publishing company holding my hand. Again,
Yeah.
starting from a position of knowing nothing. And now I don't know everything, but I know a lot of things.
Stephanie, I appreciate you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you for saying all those kind words. I thought, oh, I'm just going to be quiet. This is so good. But today really is about you, Stephanie. We're so proud of you. We're so happy you didn't give up because it is easy to put a dream, put it aside, keep saying, okay, next year when I feel better. It's been a big year. I've been sick. I mean, so ill and to put it off, but you did not. You kept taking action, you kept showing up. So, congratulations.
That was a testimony to you guys. Because when
Oh,
you suffer an illness, you go, okay, that knocked me down. I'm not doing this. There was a lot of prayer. Please, God, just let me get up this one day and do a few words. Let me do the next lesson, please.
yeah.
And well, God always responds, yes.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So, what is the best part of accomplishing this dream of being a published author for you?
I'm an introvert, extrovert, I must say.
Hmm.
And so the best part is being out there, having people say, what? You wrote a book? The best part is both my parents are gone, but both my parents saw this for me long before I saw it for myself. And the best part is being able to say, Mom, Dad, I did it. The best part is having an
Mm,
entire church that says, what can we do? How do we support you? It's just wonderful to know that there's so many supportive, wonderful, loving people. And the thought that some child is going to hold my book in his or her hand and say, read it again, Mom, it just
yes.
tickles me to death.
Oh, my goodness. I have goosebumps. That's so beautiful because it is so special. And what a beautiful legacy you're leaving for your own kids that your parents encouraged you to do. Um, and so now here you are, a published author. What advice do you have? Yes. What advice do you have for an aspiring author who may be watching?
The best advice I can give is just do it. You can do it. Don't worry about things like I've never written anything before. Don't worry about, well, I'm not the best speller in the world or my grammar isn't the best. Put those worries aside. Just get it on the paper, or if you have a laptop, get it on the computer, and then you can sort out the rest later. You are full of ideas. You are full of stories that other people want and need to hear. You are full of affirmations just because of your experience and what you've been through. I truly believe that everyone has a story to tell. And I think that sharing those stories brings the world closer. It links us all as human beings, and it crosses all barriers. It also has a tendency to overcome things about each other that we've been holding long-standing ideas about how people are and who they are. It makes the world a much smaller place, and it makes people not only love what you've done, but with a lot of hope, it'll make people love themselves because they will see something in your story that exists in them and say, hey, I do that too. Etc.
Hmm. Yes. Well, you have written a beautiful book. It is a beautiful looking book. Go to Bed, Fred. The illustrations are fun. Give your illustrator a little shout out before we
Oh,
go.
absolutely. Anita Albanese came to me at the last minute save. And I don't mind saying that because I have to tell you how marvelous and wonderful she is. Most people would have said, well, you've gone so long and you don't have much time. I don't think we can do this. But the beautiful Anita jumped right in with both feet and hands, crayons, markers, everything. And she immediately sent me these great sketches. And she said, is this what you want? And I said, not exactly. Um, but she was able to listen to the suggestions that I had. And then I remembered, I have an idea. I showed her a photograph of my son and grandson. They look so much alike in their pictures of that age, 6 or 7 years old. And I said, can you do this? And she said, I'll get the sketches out to you right away. And within a couple of days, I was holding sketches of Fred.
Beautiful.
She managed to, I can't even begin to tell you how well she interpreted the thoughts that were in my head, not just with Fred's family, but with the background pictures, and his imagination became her imagination. She was wonderful.
Yes, yes. Well, I love the whole look and feel of the book with the illustrations and, of course, your fun writing. So, friends, go to Amazon today, grab a copy of this book. You will love it. You'll have so much fun with it. Yes. And besides going to Amazon, where else can our viewers find you?
They can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, and they're both under my name, Stephanie Betts Coleman. Or you can drop by Mount Sinai Baptist Church, 1408 College Avenue, Bronx, New York. Any given Sunday, I'm there.
I love that. So, yes, Stephanie, also known as Rev Steph. So, I love that you mentioned that. So, Sundays, you said in Bronx, New York?
Yes, 1408 College Avenue, Bronx, New York. We have great services. You'd enjoy yourself.
Yes, I love that. Okay, well, excellent, excellent. Before we go, I always like to ask this question. Is there anything else you'd like to share or anything that you wish I would have asked you?
I would like to share, not just in terms of writing, but in terms of living. Do it now. Don't put it off. Don't look for excuses why you can't do all that you can do to fulfill your dreams. Be Fred. Let your imagination run wild. Don't be limited by conformity. Don't allow yourself to be limited by what people say you can't do, but go for it. Do whatever you don't look, live without regret. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, you may find that in turn you are blessing other people instead.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you, friends, for being here. Let's support Stephanie. Let's get those books out to children everywhere. And as you heard, do it now, right? Do it now. Do not
Right
wait for
now.
whatever, yeah, whatever is in your heart, whether it is writing a children's book or have anything else that you want to do. Stephanie, it's been so great speaking with you. I know our viewers have enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your book launch day.
Thank you so much. I love you,
Thank,
Miriam.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.